Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and today I want to make some cards, and these cards are based size-wise on the size envelope I have. So if you want to make cards, see what envelopes you have, or make them any size and make your own envelopes. So I've already cut them down to the size, and I've left a little bit of flap here, which I'm actually going to glue down for a little pocket, because the people that I'm sending these to tend to write on another piece of paper and stick it in if they're writing a long note. So they have that, so then they could just stick their note in there, or they can just write here and, I don't know, stick something in there if they want to, or stick nothing in there. I don't know. I guess if I don't glue it, then they can glue it down to make it a pocket, or I'll do some with the pocket and some without. That's what I'll do. I'm all over the place here. Y'all have no idea. So if I find pieces like this that are big enough, then I can cut them. I do 5 1/8 by 3 1/4 seems to be just right for on here. If I want to use an index card to collage on, it's going to be a little smaller than I'd like, but it's a nice base to start with, and I don't have to cut it down. So what I'll do with the ones that are collage, I may just go ahead and paint or ink around the edges so that it's not like a giant white edge on there. Or maybe I'll find more pieces like this and I won't need to collage as much. But also I would kind of like to use this, and it is, I mean, or I could just collage right on to the piece, couldn't I? That would make sense. Fine, I'll collage onto the piece. I was trying to keep them neat and pristine until I'm ready to do something with them. And also I like a little bit of a border. So there's that struggle. The struggle is real, people. The struggle is real. Alright, I have my ruler. Here it is. So if I want to leave a border, also it makes them a little bit thinner if I do it this way, probably. Then it's gonna, like, it's not gonna require more perfection, but I'm going to require it to look better than, I don't know. Well, let's just start with this. I had to grab some pages for glue, you know, so I don't get glue over everything. And then I had to find my glue stick, because why would I be able to see that right out the gate? No, I have to look for it for, who knows, well, longer than I think it should be when it's like right in front of me. Let's put it that way. Then there's that issue. Oh, I guess I want that. Maybe I don't know if I wanted this edge or not, but I think it'll be fine. There we go. And then I just need a little piece of something over here that might coordinate. That orange might. Just a little piece of, oh, it's almost perfect too, isn't it? Perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. Don't use that word. It fits almost. Yeah, I want the more orangey bit. I just want to straighten this bit out up here, and watch me take off just too much. Nope, I think we're okay. I don't need a very big piece. Don't know why I throw my glue pages every time. And they're just pages to glue on. So this piece that I'm putting on now was a piece that, it was a digital that I used some semi-transparent paint on the jelly plate. You could even just paint it on if you don't have a gel plate, if you've got some transparent paint to alter your digitals. So there is that. One base done. Where's all my other ones that I cut already? I don't need to do a ton, but I have to send my dad some medication, and I'm like, and my gram just had a birthday, so I was like, you know what? I mean, my aunt makes cards. She's not needing me to make her cards. But at the same time, she won't be upset if I make her cards to send out, because it's a little different than what she does. So there's that. If I were smart, I'd decorate these and then put them on, but I just try to be neat. I'll try not to get ink everywhere. I'll try. I really will try. She'll see this. She's like, I know you tried. She does watch. My aunt watches me. Not my gram. I mean, my gram could watch me, you know, with the closed captioning. Oh, I gotta call her today. That's right. I called her the day before her birthday and missed her. And then when she called back, it was from like an 888 number. And I'm like, thought it was a spam, so I didn't answer it. And then I got the message. I was like, oh, oops. That was Graham. Should have answered it. Yeah, I already put these in the envelopes. I don't know why. To keep them clean, probably. Alright, so this one, there's, oh, it's not straight. Nothing is ever, you know, we're just gonna, this one will be one that doesn't have a pocket. How's that? None of them have to have pockets. But none of my paper is straight. I don't know if it's my cutter, or if it's how I fold, or what. But I will tell you, it gets annoying. That must have been the fold. I don't know. And I used my, I was using my scoring board to do the cutting. Speaking of scoring, I had a bone folder here earlier. I said, oh, there it is. I'm like, I set it right there so I would have it. Because then I can go ahead and do that. Alright, so I'm just kind of moving that out of the way so I don't get glue on it. Oh my word. This is the one I'm gluing. Okay. Like I said, I should go ahead and decorate these first, especially like if I'm going to do like drawing directly on them, which I might do on some of these. Take that chance. Who knows? Or I won't. I don't know. Okay, gluing them, getting them centered. That's where all the mental effort goes, and I can't then also talk at the same time. So burnishing it down once it's on there to get it attached is good. Make sure you get all your corners. Where'd the other two go? That I already, oh, right there. Alright, I'm gonna glue these two down and then I'll come back to collage. Okay, now I had to make some more more cards. And I think that I want to mix this particular one with some paper bag because I think that would be interesting. And now that I figured out what I'm going to do for my focal points. So I want kind of a neutrally background because my focal points are going to be colorful. Because it's fall, so I'm going to do some leaves. If you remember that the papers I made last week when I first got the sulfite paper, and I just did a lot of inking and just playing and making a lot of like leafy fall colored things. Well, I still have those. Some of them are not cut up yet. I mean, they're all cut into smaller pieces, but I haven't made the ephemera with them yet, I think is what I'm trying to say. So they're cut in, they're still large enough pieces that I can make good size leaves to put on here. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put this over here so that this edge, the darker edge is on the corner. And then I'm going to take a piece of, is this long enough? I think so. I think so, but it might not be. Yes, it is. Okay. It's long enough, but it's not straight. Not even a little bit straight. So I'm going to line up that edge there to at least get this straight over here. And then bring that down like that so I can then hopefully get somewhat straight across here. I don't need to go very far with it because I'm going to rip it. So it's just going to go like that and not be quite enough. You know what I could do though? I could just make sure that my leaf stem hits down there and then I wouldn't have to worry about it too much, or that the top of the leaf hits up there, or just cut a new piece. It's fine, it's fine, everything's fine. All I did was just cut it a little bit too short. Well, I ripped it too short is what I did. I need to go over farther. There we go. I just need to make sure that I go over at least that far. Kind of want it a little bit messy. Not perfect. Could go either way. It's fine. I think I'm going to ink it. Ink it. Ink it. Ink it with the ink that's disappeared again. Couldn't find the newer one, but there's this one. I mean, I had it before I started, but it's disappeared now. And let's see, do I want to do anything else with this besides ink it? Because it's fairly plain, which is good because I'm going to be having bright colors, but that doesn't mean that I don't want... Well, I can always add stamping afterwards if I want to. Okay, I'm putting the ink in the thing right there. And I'm just going to glue this on. Okay, get that glued on there. A leaf would look really vibrant on this too, so it might even be the right width. I might not quite. All right, let's go ahead and should put the glue cover on the glue. That would be the smart thing to do. So I had tried making a zine and I didn't paint it until afterwards, and that was a little bit of a mistake. Just saying. That did not end well. So I'm just going to do this so that I can see the line a little bit better and just come down and come down. Hope for the best. Oh, and it's a little bit long. I'm going to, so if I want to do like the in threes, and I'm going to tear off about a third of this or so and put something else on there. That's a different color for the other third. Alright, and then for this side, I'm going to take a piece of book page, and I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be torn, so I'm going to tear it. And that will help tone down the dark color of this. And I'm going to ink it and glue it down. So there is that, and yes, that's from The Hobbit. If you're a Tolkien fan, don't be upset. The Hobbit book that I found was in the free bin and the cover was ripped off. So there's that. Alright, let's see. We have this page here, which was from one of the things I did recently-ish. I just want to get a straight tear off one side here. Giving myself a little bit of leeway. And then I'll do a piece up at the top there. So if you want to get a border, you kind of have to just I'm just eyeballing my borders and then using my ruler to tear it and just hoping for the best. If I had a darker background, I'd be able to see where my ruler was going a little bit better. So there's that. Alright, I think this blue is pretty similar. So I'm taking off the orange bits because I just want the blue bits. This is from a digital by Tracy Love Junk Journals. Tracy Fox Love Junk Journals. And if it's not quite tall enough that way, I can put them on their side, and I think that'll be okay. Alright, so I need to get that corner there. Make sure I get that, and then just give myself plenty of space here. And I think I'll ink that too, just because, I don't know, just want to ink them. It's just background, so it's not that big a deal. And there's that one. Okay, so when using fragile book page, be careful when you use your bone folder to push it down, because you may rip a giant piece out. That is always the possibility. I'm just going to put this other piece of book page right up in there. It's not the same book page. No, it's okay. Which way? This way. Oh, should I ink it? That makes it more noticeable that it was a fix. And I could do another piece from the top to make it look more on purpose. It's got a different size font to it, which would make it a little interesting. And a lot of glue. Oh my goodness, nobody needs that much glue. At first I started to put it back in, but it was too crinkled up to do so. Alright. And with a, I think it'll look kind of cool though, with like a grungy leaf kind of a deal happening, but also I will do another piece coming from the top so it looks like it was a choice. And that's what you do. When something happens and you gotta fix it, you just do it again. Make it look intentional. Just over to the side a little bit here. I actually like that look. Now I'm like, kind of want to do this on purpose now. I don't hate that look. I maybe would have come, but that's going to get covered in the middle, so I'm not too bothered about that. Let's do another piece over here. And not a big piece, just a, might not even show when all is said and done, but you know, threes. Some people really like threes. So there's that. Don't want it perfectly straight on the bottom though. I'm just gonna put it random. The other ones are on the edge. Well, that one, yeah. Just gonna make sure that my words are straight. That's what I care about, is getting the words straight. They don't even have to line up because they're not going to line up. They're different fonts. Alright, I like that look. This is what happy accidents, right? Alright, let's do an orange one because I've got some paper that would look good with a turquoise leaf on it. Because I do have some of that crazy. Now these are not necessarily my aunt's colors, is the only problem. But for fall, and you know, for sending out to others, she might be fine with it, or she can give them to somebody who will use them. I'm not bothered. This is what I've got in my stash at the moment. She's more of a, oh, lovely blues, turquoise. Like, so I do it. So the turquoise ones, the teal ones, she might like those. They'll be a little vibrant for her, but, and those watercolor ones from the beginning, she will like those. Those I think I used watercolors to make those backgrounds. Oh my goodness, people. You know what I'm looking for, right? Does anybody know where it got I throw things. But then also it gets buried under things. It's just, I don't know how far deep it got buried. I'm looking for my bone folder. Yes, I'm looking for my bone folder. Well, let's just use the ruler. Because it's got to get down. And the hands are a little bit on the sticky side. You don't have to have a bone folder, but it is nice to have one. I have 3. I had one a minute ago. The other 2, I don't know what happened to those. They probably fell on the floor beside my desk. It's probably where they are. I've got a few more. So I think you get how I'm covering them. I'm going to go ahead and cover these and be right back. Alright, this one I'm going to do a little bit different because I want to use this paper here. And so I just kind of want to do a little bit of stamping in the background behind it. I made it smaller so that I could do that. And there's like a spot on that side, so I'm going to put it on. And I'm using Distress, oh, ink. I thought I was using Distress Oxide, but Distress ink's fine too. But I wouldn't pay attention to what I was using. And then that there. And then I don't know if I'm going to have a leaf that will work with that, but we'll figure something. Put on there. That'll make it interesting. But you know, there's different ways. I just kind of wanted to show a little bit different way, instead of just collaging, that you could also you could stamp and then add your paper however you want. So there's that. And I could have even stamped them all just to get a little bit of something instead of having like a perfectly white edge. There's no right or wrong. Let's see, I just had my script stamp earlier. Oh, here it is. So I might do that with this. What is this? Salvaged patina. Alright, this side I'm going to put my paper on because that's the side that has something on it. Is my stamp upside down? Yes. My stamp is upside down. That's alright. We'll just do it in both directions. It's just background. You're gonna barely see any of what's going on over there, so it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, everything's fine. Can't get anything in that corner to save my life though, can I? And overlapping is fine too. We're just kind of... There we go. Oh, I did it on the wrong side. Why is it not... Why am I not getting any... Well, I don't need it right there. As long as it's on the edges. Alright. Stop, Darcy. It's enough. That's enough. Ooh, do we want to put this one on here now? That might be fun on there with a large leaf or something in a fall color in front of it. See, that one is 3 by 5 because I printed that on the gel plate. The words are all upside right and upside down. Well, it's a topsy-turvy world. Don't lose that. It's a topsy-turvy world. Oh my goodness. Alright, and I think this is the last actual card. So now we can move on to focal points. Yay! Try to center that if I can, because I want it to be framed out gently with the thing so that we're not ripping our paper again. Be more gentle than me. I'm a mess. Okay, so I already cut a lot of these. This leaf is, actually it's just about the right size. So that's what we're looking at for size for leaves. Like this orange one, I'd either want to put a brown or a red. I have these red, more dark. That would blend in a lot. Or could even do, you know, just starting to change kind of a deal for a leaf there too. Pencil, pen. How do we do it? Do we just go right in with a pen or do we start with a pencil? I have no idea. This is more about, let's say I want to get the size. And I can't see that, can you? No, but I'm going to cut it out. So no, I don't love that one on the orange. If I wanted to do one that was totally neutral, it would work on that one. I really want to do an orange one on that one though, and that one. And do I have any of these that have a bright background that need kind of a more, oh, this one maybe. Need more of a neutrally. Also, it needs to be a little bit bigger. This is one of my wonky oak leaves. They're just kind of fun to make. Wonky oak leaves. Ooh, it might work nice on this. It gives you a nice, not crazy, but still kind of fall looking. Alright. So I will show you what I do next. to grab, what will I grab? A permanent pen, preferably. Well, this one is what is it? It is acrylic paint marker by Wotech. Wotech. And so that's what I'm using on this. Hopefully. It's a very fine line one, fortunately. And then I just kind of like, as I'm going around, I just kind of make some little squiggly lines so that it's, or I can just do it messily, but I prefer more of like a straight and then just a little squiggle and then a little squiggle. I don't know, can you even see what I'm doing? If I'm not going to doodle on them, this is how I like to do them. And then it almost looks like, oh, a bug tried to eat it there maybe. I don't know. I just like the sketchy look of it. And it outlines it. And let's go ahead and put that on there. I think that one's good. I don't think I'll put the lines in the middle. Also, if you don't draw, that's okay. You got stamps. You can stamp it on your papers and cut them out. I have done that. Or if you have die cuts. The ones that I have for die cuts and stamps really are not quite big enough. Also, there are some leaves that I cannot draw. I cannot draw a maple leaf to save my life. So like a maple leaf, I would totally do a stamp of that. Let's see. Oh, I want something with has some of that yellow in it if I can. That has some green and weird colors in it. Ooh, I like that green right there. Let's see. I know I had a whole pile. Where'd it go? Right here. Where'd the turquoise ones go? That's not what I want right now. I'm just wondering where they went. Alright, so more like, I don't know about brown though. I do want some more yellow than that. Some of these I might have cut a little bit on the small side. But if I do it at an angle, is that too yellow? I think that is a yellow ochre in there, potentially. So this is more yellow than that, but some of it is, I'm overthinking it, I know, I realize. And these are thin. Like this could work actually really nicely, but it's a little bit on the thin side. It's alright, let's just go ahead and pencil it out with the pencil that we had 2 seconds ago. Alright, so height-wise, good height-wise, I just kind of want to make it as wide as I can. And you know, it could be a wonky looking, you'll see. It's a little too tall, so I do need to take it down a little bit. You don't have to draw first. Alright, I still have my wonkiness, which is what I wanted. I want some of that yellow to show. I would like some of that to show too, actually. Oops. This goes, wait. No, that one's on the bottom. This one is full on, you can write a whole, you can write a whole long note in there, and then more there if you wanted to, you know. Not sure how I feel about this leaf. I like that it's wonky, but we're gonna unwonkify it just a little bit. It's still a little wonky down here, don't worry. Not that you were worried about if my leaf was wonky or not. It's just a leaf. Okay, now my leaf needs a little something. And so I'm going to do like I did before, and I'm going to outline it, but I'm going to do a more smooth outline. Because for this one, I want to do a little more doodliness to it. So just kind of like just do, and if your pen starts to run out of ink, and you need to press down to get some of your, not ink, paint, do it off on another piece. Don't do it on this, or you will most likely end up with some kind of a puddle. And I'm just drawing lines, and that kind of needs to dry. And trying not to make too much of a mess. And there's no right or wrong. You just go with the flow. And the best thing about doodling usually is if I don't have to talk while I'm doing it, I can just, it kind of brings me into kind of a zen state. It's just relaxing. If I don't have to talk while I'm doing it, it's relaxing. At this moment, not super relaxing. Oh no, my line is crooked. What shall we do? Nothing. We'll just kind of fill in the middle bits. We're not going to make it any thicker than that. We don't mind. That is not a perfect line. And there was some paper that got stuck on there, and we're not worried about that either. Alright, this one, this is the one we were just, no, this is the next one. This is the one we were just doing. So, we can do the leaf this way, or we can do the leaf this way. Or that, oh, this way I think, because that way this circle kind of, yep, there we go. Just going to glue it on. It's got some paint on the back, which will make it a little bit harder to, oh, make sure it's totally dry before you like lay it on top of your, or don't lay it on top and then you won't have to worry about it. If I get black marks on there, I get black marks on there. Let's hope I don't. Just saying, be warned that that could happen. Doesn't have to be perfect. I could put a little label or word down here if I want to, or my aunt could because she's got stamps and words and papers and whatnot. Alright, so there is one done. Oh, two done because we did the other one, right? Alright, this one I did more neutral, so I could do like one of the really bright, let's see, what do we have for like, do I want to, I thought I had more bright colors. I don't think that one will work, although that will work on one of them. I thought I had brighter colors than this, I guess is what I was thinking. But, you know, we could do another one of these. We could do one of that one would be cool. So with this one's got the green on it. It's a little bit more narrow. Why did I make these so, oh, I know why I made these so narrow. Because I was probably thinking, I won't have to worry about going too tall if I do that. Probably thinking of doing more of more like something like that. I'm going to cut that out and be right back. Alright, I didn't cut it out exactly how I had it drawn. That was just, I added a couple things basically. Let's not draw on that. That's just waiting for something to happen, aren't we? Alright, let's come up this. I don't worry about getting it straight, obviously. My lines don't have to be perfect. If they did, then that's not something I would do. I wouldn't be able to do this if I was struggling, if I was worried about it being perfect. Which is kind of, I think, why I started doing the little, the weird little wonky little lines like that, because then it definitely is not perfect. It's always nice if you can put a leaf behind there. And, well, that one I decided after I'd already cut out the other leaf, but that's okay. Whoops. That one is going to be one of those leaves that's kind of folded up. See, that's what you do with that when you make that mistake. And this is gonna, when I glue it down, you'll never, hopefully, not even be able to tell that it was cut out. Oh, and then sometimes just doing a little, just makes your leaves just look a little bit more leafy. Does that make sense? Even though you can hardly see it from where you are, I bet. Right, do we like it that on that one, or do we I like it on this one better, I think. I don't know what I need on that other one, but I feel like I need like a label over here that's going to bring this color in a little bit more, or bring the tan down. That's what I need, a little more tan down there maybe. So there is that one. We got some fall colors going in there. I like orange and teal together. Alright, so now we got to do this one again because we didn't actually do it. There's this kind of shape in here. Let's see if we can make it look like a leaf or not. Could always add a mushroom on one of these too. I mean, I have all those mushrooms I made. I don't know. Don't think that's for that. Let's see, what else did we have? We have this one. Nope. And that one could work, but I really wanted something brighter on there. If we wanted to just keep going with absolute neutral. What about here? What do we have over here? I don't know if it might just be the leaf shape I'm not loving. It could also be the colors are just not gelling with my backgrounds, which is fine. We just move on to a different background, a bit different foreground to gel on. That might be kind of cool. Scissors. Okay, that's hard to do the same way, both ways. They don't have to match up perfectly. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, size-wise, I don't know if that's where that would hide. That hides a little bit. That's not bad, especially if I use a metallic or white. White would also work because we have the white border. This color might work, but it's just that it's a bullet one, so I'm not going to be able to get a very thin line. But I might still use it on there somewhere. Test my white, make sure it's working. It should be. Whoops. I'm not going to worry about that. That's why we have our little, it's just going to be where a bug started to eat in there, that's all. This one, I'm going to add some veins in. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want as a leaf. I don't know. I don't love it. Let's try first one of the yellow. I'll give it a minute. I think part of my problem is I want to do some fun doodly pieces. but these might not be the leaves for, alright, that's too big. Which is okay in some instances. I actually don't mind that one on there. I do need to make it a little bit smaller. Alright, size-wise, I don't mind it. So maybe like that. Alright, just need to do something with it. What? Alright, don't be afraid. That's the main thing. Don't be afraid. Just go ahead and go wild. Maybe not wild, but you know. This one's going on like a neutrally. I want to do like some fun. I could do some stamping in some different areas. Alright, some red spots, why not? Maybe some lines. What is this? Has like navy blue. What is this blue? That's a gray. That's definitely a gray. Maybe gray's not what I'm looking for. Because I still haven't found. Oh, that is a bright orange. I do not want that bright orange. Do I need more red? I do. Just a few, something here and there. Okay. We have a leaf that is a little bit it's got a little bit of a disease happening. It's okay. It's okay. Is it the white pen I was using earlier? What am I going to do? I don't know. Just gonna do some of my lines, because why not? One more over here. Just mark making on a leaf. So I think if I had done the mark making and then cut out the leaf, it might have been easier for me for doing it like this. I don't know. And then I'll still outline it. Outline it even better if my pen keeps working. And I think I will avoid going over the red dots. If you forget to do your squiggly lines, you can go back through. There we go. Actually, I like it where I did not go through the red dots where they were on the side. So there's that one, which could be a little bit brighter because it's got a little bit more of a neutral background. Is it too much doodles on there? Should we put that one on this one? I don't know. I feel safer putting it on this one. Does that make any sense? I actually like that it goes off of the book page a little bit on both ends, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going safe. I don't always, but today I am. There, it goes off the book page just a little bit, and I think I know what I'm going to do for this one. And that is that tall enough? Gonna use book page. Just don't want it to be. If I start out with the right height of page, it'll help. It'll help a little bit. Does anybody know where my cover and my glue went? I don't. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Alright, now I kind of wish I had gone and found a page that had less lines, like these lines are a little bit. Also, that's really big. Alright, I don't want it that big. By lines, what do I mean by lines? I mean, if I can go in and hand pick a page. Oh, no, this is dictionary. That's not what I want. I would pick, well, that one could work. A page where there's not a lot of breaks in the paragraphs. This one's got a much smaller font. So I'm just gonna, I'm not even gonna, am I gonna, yeah, I'm gonna draw it on there first. I think that'll be, and this is gonna be my stem coming up. So I'm gonna have a pen that doesn't work because that's always fun. It was working earlier. I've had these for over a year, so I can't complain too much. This might not be really what I wanted to do. I know some people just do their stems all straight and whatnot. Oh, let's look at our height. This is the top piece here. That's as high as we want to go. Oh, little wonky leaves, because why not? If you pay attention to how leaves are, they are, sometimes you can see the side of them, sometimes you can see the front of them. They're never going to look perfectly even or anything. That doesn't mean that some people don't still draw them that way, because sometimes if aesthetically that's how you like them, that's how you can draw them. You can draw your botanical images however you want. So I'm hoping the glue will dry and not show through, because that was really thin old paper. So, or it can just look like part of the texture. And I may add some lines inside the leaves, but I need to wait for the glue to dry. So that's what that one looks like at this moment in time. Now, do I like this one any more than I did a bit ago? I don't know. Alright, I think it's just the leaf itself. Oh, I know what I was thinking. It took me a minute to find a stamp because I wanted to find a stamp. Sorry, getting distracted by other things. Let's see. It's a good color. It depends on what I'm going to use for the base. Not that. Not that. What do I have left for bases? I just had something that I said I want a bright color on this one. Alright, let's try this. This is a stamp from PM Artist Studio. I think I only have the one size though. Wouldn't mind having two sizes right now. I may, if it's too small, I'll double up on the size. I was also looking for my Tim Holtz ones because I got the maple leaf, which would be nice. Alright, kind of cut that out. Alright, I have these old pieces that I made quite some time ago. They're labels. Oh, shoot, I was hoping to get a better stamping than that. So I'm also stamping leaves out of these. Alright, and I found one of the maple leaves that I made the other day. I'm actually going to cut it so that it can come in over here and then come in up here. Hopefully far enough. And then I'm going to put him in the middle, I think, is what I'm going to do with that. So he'll pop. He'll be the pop of orange in the middle. And there'll still be some leafiness happening over yonder. Unless I need that to be there. And that to be there. Oh, and then we could even have it be this way. Nothing says the card can't go this way. I like that there's a hole in that leaf. Makes me happy. Alright, I might actually do it that way. Alright, I'm going to glue that one on. And this one, I think I like this leaf on this one. It's a little small for it. But I just might put it in the middle anyway. I think it has enough interest to hold up to it. So that's how those are going to go. And I stamped on this one and then outlined it in black. And let's see. Oh, I'm just going to put him on here because I just like him. And that way, because I don't, with the peacock swirls back there, a leaf would kind of get lost in that, I think. So if I do him, a lot of the peacock swirl still shows. And he's just super cute. So I'm going to glue those on and be right back. Alright, so I've got these were a couple of wonky looking leaves that I had in my thing. I had just were shapes of what I had left, and that's how I cut them, and then I just added my lines and whatnot. And this one just had a little too much white on it, and I wanted it a little bit darker. So I am taking some transparent red iron oxide. No, that was quinacridone nickel azo gold. Ha, either one's good. Either one would have worked for this. Just want a little bit of water. Got my art water over here. Put the cover on so it doesn't spill. It would be good. Because I just want that to be a little thinner on there. Whoops. There we go. I didn't mind that there was some yellow in there, and I used permanent, it was the acrylic mark. It was permanent pen. It was permanent. It's acrylic paint, so yeah, it's permanent. The problem was I kept wanting to cover that bit, and it was bugging me. So these are, or maybe he goes down here. I don't know. My little wonky leaves, they could just go however. I don't know. They weren't necessarily, they just need to go on there. Maybe if I have a little label or something to put down here, they'd make a little, maybe I need a third one. Maybe that's my problem. I just need a third little leaf. The same kind of leaf or a different kind of leaf? That's the question. I do these better off camera, just so you know. Also, my pen is and I'm making it so it got chewed out down there, and then in the middle I just kind of make a section like that might be a bit that has gotten started to go turn another color, like a darker brown, rotting more or whatever. Sometimes I will cross hatch. Sometimes I'll just do the lines, and sometimes I'll go against both ways. And there might also be some over here that's also doing, you know, getting that color on it. And so here I just did the lines across on that one, and on that one, yeah, I think I'll go both ways on that one too. That one's just in the middle. Oh, and over here a little bit is, whatever. Alright, so let's see how it is with 3 leaves, but first I need to, so I had the basic cutout of a leaf, and then I drew my actual leaf, and then I go in and I leave a kiss cut, so I leave a little bit of, on the outside of the line, and then also when I get to a point, I go straight across. I don't want like a sharp point on them, even though there might be drawn a sharp point. I don't actually cut a sharp point. Okay, and then we have, I could have made this just like dark rotting away, or I could make it, it's already, some bug is coming eating it, because that's what happens to leaves. They're not perfect in the wild. So maybe this was my problem. Maybe I needed 3. But remember, I did a little bit of a neutral background on this one. This one's lighter. Is that really bugging me that much? Well, maybe I want them to be more like fall, like falling leaves. Is that my problem? Maybe do like that, have them come in. Yeah, I think I like that better. Instead of clustering them, they're just going to come in like they're leaves falling out of a tree, like 3 different trees, because these are 3 different leaves. But and I'll cut off anything over the edge that I don't want. So they'll also go over the frame, which is fine. It would take too much of me trying to figure it out to have it go inside the frame. So they're coming outside the frame, falling. They can overlap a little bit. They don't need, leaves don't fall perfectly. You know they don't. Otherwise your yard would not be as messy as it is. Alright, try not to actually cut the card. Alright, I did get a little bit of stuff on the back, but that's okay. Alright, and let's see, we could put a word. What word? Oh, I had some words. I did. They were in the pink bucket. Alright, so there's that one. Do I want to ink the edges? I might. Since we've got some inked edges further in. I know it's not showing much. There's not a lot of ink on there. That's why. I still need to find the cover to my glue. Also, when I was looking for the words, I found this. Do I have something in here? We could just... That's not the right color. And I found this, which I could make a leaf out of. Oh, I think I like that for a leaf for in there. If I can do it without it breaking. But I like the polka dots. So how are we on time? Well, we're almost to an hour. Oh, yeah, I did tell you, you probably don't want to actually do that on the paper, the getting some more of the paint out. Don't know if that would be big enough or not, but we'll see. This is thin, fragile paper, and I know the lines are going to show through. Let's see if I can do some glue stick in the middle. Oh, he would have looked good on here too, though. The little owl. He also would have looked pretty good on there. Just saying. It's very fragile paper. But I didn't want the lines from the glue all inside it. On the outside's fine. There we go. Lady Jane Grey says in there. It's probably something about Lady Jane Grey. I don't know. So there's that one. That's a totally different look than any of the other ones. Let's see. Did we miss any? Oh, this one. We missed this one so far. Let me check, make sure I got them all. So how many people were yelling, put it on the one that you did that? Yeah, so I did. So there's this one, and I ended up putting butterflies on this one. And that one. I hope I have them all. I couldn't find any more. And of course, you can do any of these things to make double journal cards, tags, pockets, decorate your journal pages in your journals, make a piece of art to go on your wall. I don't know. Do it however you like. There's plenty. I only did one this direction, weirdly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I kind of like the simplicity of that one, so I don't think I'm going to add any more lines to it. I like that paper there with the polka dots. That's just used bubble wrap, I'm pretty sure is what that is. And then that one, I wanted to do the bright colors with the neutral background, and I did, and I also did it upside down. So there's that. Oh, this is for a left-handed person. I will sign the backs of these and put them with their envelopes and send them off tomorrow with Dad's prescription, because he had to get more injections in his eyes, so he's up and staying with his mom and his sister for an extra month. So, because he lives here. If the tax people ask, he does live here. He's just up there for a little while. Have a delightful day, guys. Love you.